What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to the Diablo 4 Research Institution. Appreciate you guys for liking this video, subscribe to the page, and swat that bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And blessings to my patrons. May you have many wives. Yes. Links in the description below. So is gaming peaked? Or has it passed that peak? And when did this happen? Let me know in the comments below. So Diablo 4 has been an interesting journey, hasn't it? We have Season 6 coming up, and I do intend to play it. And I intend to purchase the expansion as well. Right, I do have a channel called Iceman Diablo 4, right? So, I mean, I kind of have to. But with that being said, as mentioned before, I intend to take this nice and slow. I'm going to be hitting that shit nice and slow. I'm going to be breathing. I'm going to be taking in the breaths. I'm going to be controlling the breathing. All right? Just hitting that shit nice and slow. And I'm probably going to utilize the Necromancer, be a summon necro of a sort. And in addition to that, I'm not going to look at any guides. I'm going to go into this journey blind so that I may see. And I recommend most of you guys do the same. In fact, I recommend all you guys do the same. It doesn't matter your schedule. Remember, this is about the journey, not the destination. That ladder that we're all trying to climb here, it's burning at the top. I've been there. All right. So, Iceman, I only have an hour to play a week, though. I need to look at the guides and rush to the end. No! No, you do not. Better is one day in Diablo 4 with no guides than 1,000 days in Diablo 4 while looking at guides. All right? It's going to destroy your spirit. You know, we weren't meant for this. We live in a day where there's just shit coming at us all at once, all the time, continually. You know what I'm saying? Just everywhere, just temptation here, there, everywhere. Just this constant chase for dopamine with no allowance for it to just relax and reset. Just constant click, 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 click on the little phone. Click, 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 click. Tap, 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 tap. We just can't put them down. You see what I'm saying? We need to take a step back. And for this ladder reset, that's what I intend to do. It needs to be a spiritual reset as well. Yep, I'm going to be running the Necromancer. And I know they've done some weird things, haven't they? The guaranteed greater FX, what the hell's up with that? Oh no, but Iceman, the Ancestrals are going to be rare. Bullshit. Yeah, just like how the Sunder Charm is going to be rare in Diablo 2, huh? You remember that? Now that shit's so abundant, you find them on the ground in town. But that's okay. We're going to take a step back. And we're going to walk into this journey the way we were meant to. And I'm looking for some compadres here. All right. Does anyone want to join me on this journey? On this adventure? And remember, we're not going to hasten to the end. All right. We're not going to be looking up all this bullshit online. We're not going to be watching this or that guide. No. We're going to be living in the moment. But you guys remember gaming back in the day? I remember the first game that I played, probably the first video game, was Super Mario Brothers 3. All right, I often played as Little Luigi. because my dog next to me who lived down the road, he was a couple years older than me, and he's the one who owned the console. Now, this might have actually been in the day where the Super Nintendo was out at the time. All right. That's when I began playing games. But this kid, he didn't have the Super Nintendo, right? He had the regular Nintendo. Even though I think the Super Nintendo was out, I'm not entirely sure. When the hell was this? This was in the 90s. Yeah. Any other boomers here like me? Let me know in the comments below. So I remember sitting there with a little controller just waiting for my turn, right? Like he'd play as Mario and then he'd die or whatever, he'd fall in the pit. And then it'd start again and it would be Luigi up. And then I'd use my controller, or we'd just switch sometimes. And I was enthralled. Now, I never had a video game console in those days. My dad would talk shit about them, you know? He'd say, no, little ice boy, you gotta go outside. You gotta play with your friends. Socialize with your friends. Become men out in the... I don't remember exactly. I don't remember what he was saying exactly, but I just know that he didn't really want me to play the video game, so we didn't have one. So I'd go over to this kid's house, especially during the summertime, a couple days a week, sometimes every day, and we'd play Super Mario Bros. 3. And then I'd watch him play Mega Man. I didn't really like Mega Man. It was kind of hard. It was a bit more advanced than Mario. You had other shit you could do. And we played Duck Hunt with the little zapper. Little ray light blaster. That was a good time as well. And then I remember we played Star Wars on his PC. Because they were kind of big into computers. This computer had like Windows 95 or something. And we played this TIE Fighter game, I think is what it was called. And you'd fly around in space. It was amazing. And that's when I got into Star Wars as well, to an extent. Just started liking the movies, this and that, liking the music. Shit's super woke now, but I mean, it probably was back then too. And then I turned 11 years of age, and I received a Sega Genesis for my birthday. Now, the system was already out for a little while. I don't know why I got the Sega Genesis, because my buddy had the Nintendo. He still didn't have the Super Nintendo, but I got the Sega Genesis at this time. And I played Sonic, I played Vector Man, which was amazing. I played Jurassic Park Rampage Edition. Beat all those games. No guides, no cheat codes. I realized early on how much the cheat codes just ruined the experience. And then, well, hold on. Before that, I remember getting a Nintendo 64 as the next system. Like a year after its release, or it was the year of its release. I can't remember. For Christmas, I remember opening this shit up. Wow. What a euphoric thing that was. As mentioned, the best system we had at the time was a Sega Genesis. We didn't get anything in between, although I thought, was there anything in between? Maybe not really. The Sony PlayStation, that might have already been out. I can't remember. I think it was out first. The N64 was the 64-bit. The PlayStation was the 32-bit. 64 had its pros and cons. It looked a little better, I thought. 3D and all that shit. Higher pixels and all that, but didn't have like as much data that the cartridges could hold. The music wasn't as good as the PlayStation. There were a lot of variables in that. But we had the N64. I remember playing Super Mario 64. I remember playing GoldenEye. Wow. Some of the best gaming experiences right there, playing GoldenEye with my dogs. Yeah, and I was great at that game. And I remember I got all the cheat codes, the ones that you had to work for. Because that's how the game was. You worked for them. You had to beat a level a certain amount of time and all this and that. And there were like 20 or 30 of them that you had to unlock. And I unlocked all of them. And you couldn't use them while you were trying to unlock another one. You know what I'm saying? You had to raw dog that shit. And there were some really hard ones, like invincibility. Not invisibility. That one was a little easier. Quite a bit easier to get, actually. But invincibility was like the top dog to get. And I remember I just busted my ass. And I beat the facility on 00 Agent. like 2 minutes and 6 seconds or something when you had to beat it in 2 minutes and 7 seconds or less. So I like got it by like 1 second after just a ton of tries. It's just amazing. Wow. Then I remember being introduced to Diablo 1. Another one of my dogs now. We was like 13, 14 years of age. And he was playing Diablo 1 on his PC at home. And I was just looking over his shoulder, being like, what the hell is this? Why is the camera like up in the air like that? You know, why are you clicking around? And what the heck? You got this thing you can open, you can put shit on your character. Are you kidding me? And it was like, what the hell? You're out down in this dungeon. You're playing with like, there's a rogue here. There's a sorcerer here. And you're playing as the warrior. And you guys are talking. These are folks online. I was like, this is unlike anything I've seen. This is unlike Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, this is unlike even Rogue Squadron. Or not Rogue Squadron, TIE Fighter. Or X-Wing. Whatever that game was. I think it was X-Wing, maybe that's what it was called. For Windows 95 or something like that. You know, this is unlike Mega Man. This is unlike Mario 64. This is unlike GoldenEye. In that you're here socializing with other folks. And you would like collect shit for your character and you just got stronger as you went. You know what I mean? It wasn't just that you found a new rifle that was good and then you used it, ran out of ammo, then you're back to where you started. No, your character would continually get stronger. So you felt that sort of ascension as you played. There was an ascension factor that was very prevalent. And I was amazed. And at the time, it probably became my favorite game. Of course, I did get Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I beat that. Amazing game. Good sound, good story, spiritual journey. And I thought that was the peak. You know what I mean? I thought that was like the peak of the game. I was like, are you kidding me? Legend of Zelda, this game is awesome. But then Diablo came to my attention. I was like, this is like, they threw me like a curveball at this whole thing. You know, this is not just gaming. This is like some sort of social interaction, some sort of competition with others, the envying of your neighbor, or vice versa, and the continual ascension. It had things that like The Legend of Zelda didn't have. You know what I mean? They're both great in their own categories, but that was just amazing. And I remember I ended up getting that because we had a computer at the time then. Maybe we had Windows 98 or something on it. And I went to the game store and I bought that, some local game store. And I saw Diablo, big box. It was out for a couple of years at the time, several years actually. And I bought it. And it was just such a enthralling thing. And then I eventually bought the expansion Hellfire, which was made by Sierra. It wasn't made by Blizzard. Blizzard was good back then. But it wasn't that great, but I mean, it still was immersive. It was just added content, some weird stuff, but I mean, it was fine. The Hellfire expansion, so I played that. I still have that actually upstairs, or I rebought it. Found it at a thrift store. I have those discs, and I actually have Diablo original right there on my shelf in the little CD disc. This is my home theater room I'm in right now. But I suppose the rest is history. Got Diablo 2 when it came out, and I played that game more than any game at the time, like ever. And it just started like it passed the games that I put the most time into, right? Like here was Mario 3. I didn't put a ton of time into that one, but it easily passed that. Here was Mario 64, past that. Here was GoldenEye. It passed that. Here was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It passed that, and it just kept going and going and going. And here was even Diablo 1. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm about to play this game more than Diablo 1. And boom, 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 boom. It just kept going up. It surpassed everything. Diablo 2. Wow. What a good game. And that was before, of course, they butchered the characters. They were all dudes. What the hell's going on here? You guys seen the Amazon in D2R? Or the Assassin or Charcy or Akara or any of that shit? These are all guys. All right. They made them all guys. I mean, it's fucked up. This isn't the original art, you know? Like, what happened to the diversity? They took it away. I mean, look at the chisel chin. Look at the finger digit ratio. Look at the jaw. Look at the eyebrow ridge. They did some weird stuff. But yeah, of course, I played Diablo 3 when that came out, put about 800, 900 hours into it. Then I realized it was like, I got to stop tricking myself. This just isn't the same. There's something up about this, and I don't intend to go on about that in this video, and I won't. But yeah, there's some fundamental things that made it not the magical thing, seemingly, that Diablo 2 was. And of course, I played some Skyrim, good time. Pretty easy, though. I played Halo. That was a big deal as well for me. Halo, played a ton of all of them. Halo 1, I remember when that came out. Wow, the multiplayer. It topped GoldenEye. I was like, are you kidding me? They made a better first-person shooter, social experience game than GoldenEye. Are you kidding me? And then you could even hook it up to the internet and play folks online. Or that was Halo 2 when you could do that. But I did get that, and I played the hell out of it. Yeah, and we played that online, Xbox Live back in the day. I remember buying those cards or just buying the adapter or whatever to hook it up to your internet, to your dial-up. You got to be kidding me. But playing Halo 1, Combat Evolved with my dogs was just amazing. Blood Gulch level. Sniping across the whole level, this and that. And then I played Halo 2 campaign. I played all the campaigns. From Halo 1 to Halo Reach, I skipped ODST. And I didn't play 4, I didn't play 5, I didn't play Infinite. They just don't look the same. They look like they suck. Made by a different studio. You know, that's the point. What happened to gaming? Is the peak gone? When did it peak? Some say it peaked in early 2000s. Some say it peaked in mid 2000s. Some say it peaked in 2010 or so. I guess if I had to take a stab at it, I would say it peaked around 2011, 2012. It peaked when Skyrim and Halo Reach. I really liked Halo Reach. I know a lot of folks kiss the ass of Halo 3. They're saying, oh yeah, that's the best Halo game. Halo 3 was just the best. But no, Reach was just, it was something else. Just the customization with the Forge, the added elements. And I know it's controversial, right? The armor lock. I love the armor lock. You remember you could just armor lock right before a little ghost would hit you, and boom, that shit would just blow up. Like your guy'd be standing there, they'd be flying at you, trying to run your ass over. Then boom, you turn armor lock, and then boom, that shit would just blow up. I loved armor lock. And then you had like kids flying around in jetpacks and stuff, like little bees buzzing around you. It was just funny. Then you had the invisibility, cloaking and all that. I mean, I liked the new style that they added with that. And then even sprint, you know. And now, of course, sprint is in all the games. But I mean, there's something to be said about that, how you had to choose it over other advantages. And I don't know, Halo, I really liked Halo Reach. I loved the weapons, the levels, level designs. The campaign was a good time. But the multiplayer, Halo Reach, I just loved it. I enjoyed it more than Halo 3. I enjoyed it more than Halo 2. I enjoyed it more than Halo 1 multiplayer, which they all had their benefits. But I mean, let me know in the comments, what the hell's going on with gaming these days? And maybe part of it is that, well, there's a lot to dissect here, right? They might just be, I don't know if the new generation is just so need everything all at once all the time, where that's where gaming is now. Or are they intentionally making them bad? So we keep jumping from game to game to game, just trying to find that fix. Or are they intentionally making games bad? Like maybe all these companies are run by the same conglomerate. We don't even know it. And they're like, we're going to make games suck. Like we're going to pull them in quick, make them pay the premium to buy the damn game, and then we're going to just keep them in this little rat chase. You know, like how it was back in the day, you played the same game for like years. Like we played GoldenEye for years. We played even Mario 64, played that for years. We played Super Mario 3 for years as little Luigi. And we'd play Diablo 1 for years, Diablo 2 for years. You know what I mean? And the Halo games for years, but those were just so good. All of them until Bungie left. Then they sucked. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. What happened to gaming? When was the peak? Where's it at now? And what are your plans with Diablo 4? Like this video if you will, subscribe to the page. Blessings to my patrons for supporting this channel. Links in the description below, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace be with you.